Good morning. Happy Sunday. And it is Christmas week and it is NFL game day. I am Tim, joined by my podcast partners here on the QB Huddle Podcast, Brandon Newey and Lauren Morales, also known as Low. And B New, you can follow Brandon here at B Newey at TikTok, and you can follow Lauren at Fourth and Low and me at Tim Jitsu. But good morning, fellas. How y'all been doing this great Christmas weekend so far? Pre-Christmas weekend, I should say.
Background noise is crazy.
Is anybody there? We do have some weird
background
man.
Christmas. It's starting cool. We're going to a farm today to go look at some mini cows.
Oh, what's a mini cow?
Be interesting. Well, it's a miniature version.
Miniature cow. Like a mini pony type thing?
Like mini cows. Yeah, it's like a mini cow farm.
Are you
interesting,
buying
right?
a mini cow, or are you just like?
I don't think we can buy the mini cow. If we had some land, I'm pretty sure my wife would want to buy that, along with goats and horses, all that.
My God, we'll have the whole new.
And we got to go to a cool farm the other day, Tim, and play Army.
We did.
Freaking
we
awesome.
did.
That was awesome.
We went out to the compound yesterday.
I'm hooked.
And we shot we shot almost every type of gun that you can imagine in the early afternoon. That was a lot of fun. We were just blowing stuff up. So you always enjoy doing that. Low, you had a big weekend so far. You got to play in a football game last night, man. You're the only one of us that gets to play football anymore.
Right?
How did things go for you last night? I heard that you were on fire. I heard flames and everything. What's going on?
Yeah, man, I haven't tallied it up. I literally played a game last night. So it was good. I mean, it's some local talent that we played just to, get some early action. Our season's not till March, so people are like, what is going on? This level of football is very different than what people know. So when you peek in, it's like, oh my God. But yeah, we had a game last night. Unfortunately, you were absent. You had things going on, family in town, whole gathering. Again, these are things that happen at this level. So we popped out, and the other owner was there. He said hi, by the way, Tim. We won 38-6. So the offense was good. Got the ball to about 10 plus different receivers, easily over 200 yards probably. I got away from the run on a couple times. Man, there's only 2 drives we didn't score, and I'm going to kind of shout those out because I'm upset about them. One of them, we needed 11 yards, called an out route.
I heard about this.
Stemmed it. Yeah, so Coop kind of inside release, took the guy upfield. The other guy comes underneath at about 10 to 11 yards. Gets about 11, 12. Great play. Would have been great. Unfortunately, there was a ref that couldn't see it. Let's put it that way. And unfortunately, it ended that drive. Shouldn't have been in that place anyway. Another one threw a comeback, check Zeke. It was nice. It was great. You ran it like 12-10. Ended up being like 12-9. So we fell like 1 yard short after the catch. So got to get to the sticks. I knew it too before I threw it, but I can't hold on to the ball because I already ran the route. So I was hoping you make one miss. So yeah, it was great. It was great. Good to play football. And now I get to watch football. So good showing, good win. And yes, I still get to play. No, I don't need y'all to break down my film. It'll be probably me.
Well, we probably should. We could have a show on that on Mondays. I wasn't able to be there. My wife and I had a little gathering at our home last evening that we had planned out a while ago. Funny you should mention the other owner because he knew that was the only day I couldn't be at a game, and magically that's the only time he could create a game. I guess anything we can do to make sure I'm not on the sideline, but there's nothing to stop me moving forward. There's no way you can get out of me being on the sidelines moving forward. So we'll be, because there's no plans now. My wife knows that this is it. You might as well consider me absent on Saturdays from now until whenever we host trophies and things of that nature. So at any rate, let's get into this. Thursday night, we had a crazy game, one of the craziest games of the year, divisional matchup. It's really going to change the course of the playoffs maybe, right? And who's seated where. Seattle and the Rams, they played a heck of a game, and this thing went into overtime. Did either of you watch the game? Brandon, I have to think you at least watched it.
As a Niner fan, yes.
Okay.
All eyes were on this game because this determined our destiny right here. right? The Rams lost, Seattle won. Yes, they're number one in the division, but we have last 3 games left. We control our destiny. It goes through Levi. So this was great. I love to see this battle, man. Obviously, Seattle's a hard place to play. These guys, I mean, despite turnovers left and right, even Sam had a terrible start. Man, they finished strong. They finally got Jackson and Jigbu actually rolling. And once you get that guy rolling, it's just hard to stop, man. But, I mean, it's a divisional opponent. They will see each other again. They'll either see us, vice versa. But I think it's going to be a part 3 with either 3 of these teams, Niners, Seahawks, or Rams. So that's going to be in the wild card probably or the divisional round. It was a good one.
That's our NFC West.
Thank you, Seahawks. We appreciate you.
Conglomerate right there, Brandon Newey, who knows everything for the NFC West. I want to point out, since they're on the screen, those jerseys that Seattle won, a lot of folks were saying, hands down, jersey of the year. To me, they look like a copy of kind of the Oregon Ducks, but it looked cool to see that in the NFL. The helmet was cool. I'll tell you what was really cool, though, is being down 30-14 in the fourth quarter and somehow willing your team into overtime. And then doing the unthinkable is scoring the touchdown. And they go for 2 in the overtime. Instead of kicking the extra point to tie it, they go for 2 to win. Do you like that play call as a quarterback? That's kind of all in, and it's all on you at that moment, right?
I like in those moments, sometimes, it's all on you, but sometimes you don't get to make that decision. So that's great. That's when football comes alive. Someone believes in you. Someone knows that this is the play. They call it. You got to just go with it. If you second guess yourself at any moment from the moment they say that, it kind of sucks. It's one of those moments that you take it away from Shador a few weeks ago. Just saying.
Oh my goodness!
I also think, man,
how do we get to that?
It kind of spoiled Stafford's amazing game. I mean, he threw for over 450 yards. Puka had, 12 catches, 225 yards, 2 TDs. Stafford right now is first with 40 TDs. Yeah, I mean, I think he locked up the MVP there. I mean,
that was like my point.
Yeah, despite
you also say Sam Darnold. Look at Sam Darnold on the opposite end. Like, he didn't play that well, but 270, 2 TDs. It hides those 2 interceptions. So
those 2 interceptions were crucial.
Well, they weren't
but it hides it.
One of them
they
was
still
red
won
zone.
the game. So I feel like you come back and win that game. I don't know. Sam Darnold's got to be in the conversation because this is not the same Seattle team that we saw from a year ago for sure. A totally different team this year. So good kudos to Seattle. That NFC West division is maybe the toughest in football this year, which is incredible to say. But the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers are all contenders right now. Although there could be a pretender in the mix. You never know. We'll find out. I think we'll find out next Sunday night if one of those 3 teams are a contender.
The tough part about the pretender conversation, I just want to say on a side note, the 49ers have been to multiple Super Bowls. The Rams have won a Super Bowl with that same quarterback. If anyone's a pretender, they just want to beat the Rams.
It's the Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks, yeah.
So I'm like, hey.
Sam's going to Sam at the end of the day.
Sam did, which was cool. The narrative coming into the game was that Sam Darnold doesn't play good in big games, and particularly Sam Darnold can't beat the Rams. That was the narrative coming into the game. And as the game progressed, I was like, well, same old Sam Darnold. I mean, that's what was in my mind. Sam Darnold doesn't play good in the big games. Sam Darnold can't beat the Rams. And then you don't turn the game off just because there's nothing else to do. So you keep watching, and all of a sudden, Sam Darnold becomes the guy that does play good in big games in the second half. He does become the guy that can beat the Rams in the fourth quarter and in overtime. So Sam Darnold, to me, changed the narrative about himself throughout the game. And in the middle of the game, he kind of changed course, and the narrative changes for Sam Darnold. Yes?
No.
Playoffs.
No.
Sorry, no.
Playoffs.
Okay.
Playoffs. You won 14 games with Minnesota, and then you had a stinker. So for that narrative to change, he's going to have to do the exact same thing, except not only win a playoff game, but play very well for that stigma to go away. Other than that,
I don't think he has to win. I don't think he has to win the game. I think he has to play well. He's not even to the win part yet.
I think he's got to win, fellas.
I'll tell you right now.
The win is more like for players that have established that they can play at that level. The Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, when they needed to get that win, that's when it was like, oh, they need to win a playoff game. This dude here,
he's a top 3 pick.
Hey, you're climbing a ladder. You don't get to
And
skip
this
no
is
steps.
year
So
9,
let's start with
year
just
8.
playing well in the playoffs. But he's only played well in the playoffs 0 times.
He's been to
You got to
one.
start there.
Okay.
I don't care about
I
that.
understand, but does the stigma go
Yeah.
away, though? I don't think it
No.
does.
Well, we'll
No.
find out.
He's
We'll
got to
find out
win
because
one.
at this moment, if we were to start the playoffs next week, Seattle would be at home for the duration of the playoffs in the number 1 seed.
Whew.
That's a tough place to go
That's
play
very
in January. That is for sure. The next up, we had a game. We had 2 games yesterday. One game was quite the sleeper. The Eagles and Washington. That game was in Washington. The Eagles kind of, walked through them. Mariota get hurt in the middle of the game. So they had to go out to the 3rd-string quarterback, Johnson, who quickly came in and threw a pick 6. Washington didn't look competitive throughout the entire game. The Eagles didn't look great either, by the way. The Eagles weren't back to the old Philadelphia Eagles from last year's Super Bowl run, but they did enough to win this game. I didn't come away. No, they did win the East. They eliminated the Dallas Cowboys. We kind of knew that was going to happen, but I didn't come away with the sense that this Eagles team is ready to make a run. So stop laughing, Brandon. Lauren, do you come away with any new sense of Philly? Or do you feel like they're kind of, I feel like they're kind of hanging on, like holding on for dear life?
So only thing I disagree with you say just now is the new sense. I don't feel any type of the way that you just said about Philly. They're fine
At all.
They're doing what they're doing. They're going
all.
to take form. They're doing what they do every year. Yes, it's annoying. And you know what a Philly fan told me? I can't make this up. And it kind of was like, damn, that's a cool level to be on. He said, I'll take a Super Bowl every other year. I just want to look good and be competitive this year.
Wow,
damn.
that's what he said.
My man said a Super Bowl every other year, like
year.
they've won like this dynasty, bro. Y'all
you know
won.
what scares
Like
me?
they're that,
It's
like
Philly
they're the
fans are
90s
just like, you
Cowboys.
know what?
Stop.
We've seen this before. We're up, we're down,
Stop.
we're up, we're down. And it just validated the fact that that's what I've been saying. They know
I
what
think
they're
one
doing.
thing that
It's just
stands
a roller
out.
coaster.
I think one thing that stands out, Lo, is they had over 200 yards rushing. When the stigma's been, they can't run the ball. You know, Saquon run for over a bill
21 times.
You know,
21
this
times.
was perfect balance, 34 rush attempts and 34 pass attempts. Normally, Jalen really doesn't throw 30, but he was very efficient, like always, for the most part, except that stinker against Chargers, right? Everyone's afforded a stinker. He had a stinker. But getting back on the right track, again, man, it's December ball, boys. Run game and defense, and these guys look like they're right back in it.
Oh.
And if it has to go through Philly, if it has to go through Chicago, I feel like Philly is probably the only team prepared to do it.
Okay. That might be true. It's not okay. I'm glad you fixed that. It's definitely not going through Philly.
No, but I'm just saying if it had to go, like we're looking at these cold weather teams. I think Green Bay's probably going to be tapped out. I feel like it comes down to cold weather teams, the Bears and the Eagles, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. But man, they're hitting cylinders at the right time. I mean, divisional matchup, you know.
We'll see. We'll find out.
I didn't even watch that damn game. But
speaking of Chicago, speaking of the Bears.
Oh my God, that was a good game.
Jim McMahon jersey on. So we had the little gathering last night. At said gathering were people that I've known, 30 plus years outside of Brandon, who I've only known, I don't know now, 11 years, maybe 12 years. I don't know what that's been. I can't do math. But these are people from Chicago, Bears fans. We were kind of playing some games and having snacks and treats, and things kind of got quiet around the social gathering piece side of things in the fourth quarter when we just kind of turned up the volume on the game. And going in that throw from Caleb Williams last night in overtime to win the game not only set my house erupt. Craziness going on, people running around, screaming, going absolutely insane. Best throw I've seen from Caleb Williams. To me, I know the throw last week was amazing and all that, but to me, there's a little bit of, luck gets sprayed on something like that. You're rolling out, you throw, whatever. Wide receiver goes up, makes a great catch. This ball last night was a dime. It was a perfect throw from the pocket. There was pass interference, still caught. And after everything that DJ Moore has been through with this team, you felt great for him. And this was a play that as Chicago Bear fans, we've sat and watched the Green Bay Packers do to us so many times in the fourth quarter or in overtime. And it was so good to just get that dagger back. And it told me the Bears are for real. And then next week we go off to San Francisco to prove it once again. Brandon, you were there with me. Your thoughts on the Bears, because all night it was the Bears are frauds and they're not real, and it's fool's gold. You've told me before about the Bears. And
I didn't say that one time last night.
Go Packers, go Packers.
You see these assumptions?
Kind of
like I don't even.
What did you feel now? That fear is instilled.
Listen, it wasn't fear. I've said this multiple times, even on the show. The Bears are good. They are good. They're disciplined. They run despite having 10 penalties. One thing that I still think you can't just continue to win like this. It's great to have, but you have got to be consistent. Like, you guys barely crossed the 50-yard line damn near the whole game, except on the last 4 minutes of the game. Now we decide to make completions, sustain drives, make big plays. I'm not asking you to make big plays first 3 quarters, but damn, give me some substance. Like, I just feel like they had you guys on edge the whole time. When Jordan Love got concussed, you felt the game was over. Then Malik Willis, which you said was a bum in Tennessee, pretty much showed you he can be a very serviceable number 2. And I think going somewhere, I think he's going to do very well. I think his development was great. He used his legs quite a bit to really hurt you. But in the end, man, Caleb Williams. When the lights are bright, I'll tell you, that kid's got something. Am I nervous? Hell yeah, I'm nervous because he's super talented. But he's not as consistent as you would like to be, but he gives you that firepower. He gives you that pop. He can make throws with anyone. Like, cold, windy, doesn't matter. It's not an effect on him. And so kudos to you guys. You guys are a very good team, and you guys are going to be a good team for years to come under this regime.
The Bears have
a quarterback. You definitely have your quarterback for sure.
Lauren, I know you didn't get to see the game, but I assume you watched some highlights of some kind at this point, and you have a general takeaway. We can't hear you. We can't hear Lauren. He's talking to us. He's giving us.
Sorry, is that better?
Yes.
Sorry, I saw the little icon on the screen. Sorry about that. I watched the game. I caught the game. Not the live, the replay. And it wasn't the only reason I went to go back to watch it was not because Caleb Williams. Sorry, guys. It was because Malik Willis.
That's hurtful.
Y'all can hype Caleb all you want. He was 19 for 34, 250, 2 touchdowns,
good,
and the throw was amazing. But I thought it was more DJ Moore. I thought it was more of Moore. Moore played really, really well. He made effort that night. Caleb gave his guy a chance, which I like it. But what we're seeing from the Bears is progression, and it's happening pretty quickly. That's why I agree. There's inconsistencies. Ben Johnson's doing his thing. They're shifting and doing what it is. Man, I hate to see the Bears in the playoffs because I see a round 1 exit. Sorry.
They're 2-11 and third down, brother.
That's insanity that you just said that.
No.
2-11 for third down.
Malik Willis is the wide 2 and in. He was 9 for 11 with 121 yards and a touchdown, just stepping into the game. This guy didn't get a fair chance in Tennessee. Yes, he also played at Liberty, right? He was at a smaller school. So he knows what it's like to climb a ladder. There could be a resurgence there. The tough part is, like, you're in Green Bay, so that's a very well, taught QB room, QB engine. Can he go somewhere else and do that? I don't know. There might be a story with Malik Willis coming up.
Can I be honest with you, Lo? Did Malik Willis present more of a threat than Jordan Love?
No. He can't throw the ball.
Yeah, you don't think? But any less? Absolutely not.
Bro, his legs were a nightmare for them.
Well, we weren't prepared for that.
And that was part of the thing. Yeah, I want to see. We know Malik Willis can do that, and Jordan Love can do that. He can run around, but he doesn't.
He
plays within the offense.
He's a sniper.
I liked what I saw. I just got to see more from Malik. We saw this last year too.
I think well in some games. They keep Malik. They keep that young quarterback room, and they keep going because Jordan Love. He can be wishy-washy sometimes, and he can be made of glass sometimes because he'll stand in there. Now that helmet to helmet, that should have been a penalty.
Caleb Williams caught some breaks
crown of the
last
helmet.
Night, sorry,
smacked him.
Caleb Williams caught some breaks.
That should have been a penalty.
I mean, listen.
In college, he's ejected.
If you didn't watch the game, the Bears are down. They score. They go for an onside kick. They get that. They go. So they had to kick the field goal, right? Because they're down 2 scores. They kick the field goal. They get the onside kick. They score the touchdown. I'm screaming, go for 2, go for 2, go for 2, end the game. Nope, they kick the field goal. They go or kick the extra point, go to the overtime. Then the Packers going for it on 4th down. They fumble the snap. They recover the fumble, but they get stopped short. Caleb comes in then, 1st down, bombs away, absolute dime. What a throw. Like, it's one of those throws where he throws it and you're like, oh my God, what's he doing? And then just elation. Total.
Can you say y'all win this game if Love finishes the game?
Well, see, I was waiting to see who was going to ask that question first, because last night I said that was the thing that everyone's going to say. But the Packers, while they were moving, right, they weren't exactly setting the game on fire either. Malik, when he came in and started running, is when the Packers started to really move the ball. So it's hard to say that. I think Caleb caught some fire in that 4th quarter, and that onside kick was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Malik didn't do anything to come in and lose the game for the Packers.
No.
I think he added that run element, if anything. So it's hard for me to say that.
Good
but
games.
It makes sense.
Good games.
I just don't think this is sustainable.
It's not. You don't need to think. It's not. They're progressing, so they're going to have some setbacks. You know what I mean? And it's great.
You guys are good.
Be happy you found your quarterback.
If the Bears get that number 1 seed somehow, Seattle kind of falters and the Bears slide back into that number 1 seed and everyone has to come to Chicago, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I think the
only
only team that can beat them is Philly in Chicago. I don't think the Pacific Coast teams can go into Chicago and beat them.
Good luck. So listen, speaking
it
of
stays in
playoffs,
Levi.
We're not going to go through the whole playoff tree just yet, but we are going to talk about some matchups today that will change the forecast of the playoffs. First up here at noon, the 7-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to travel to Carolina. Both teams losing last week. That's why we are here. The Tampa right now is in first place in that division. This is a game in Carolina, that Bryce Young, a.k.a. Make-A-Wish, can put his stamp on this division, on this team, and get his team into the playoffs, yes?
Yeah, he left one off. He could put his stamp on the league. Go toe-to-toe with Baker today for pretty much the division. Yeah. Baker's going to look at you like, who is this kid stepping to me? This is Bryce Young stepping up to the bully of the division. So I'm curious to see what he does, how he plays. He's got some weapons. Man, I'm rocking with Bryce Young. I said it all year that they're a team that we kind of look after. He played up, down. I go back to when they sat him last year. It gave him that moment of, damn, okay, I know what it's like to lose it now. This is what my future could be. And now I'm going to play the game like I know how to play. This dude is a Heisman winner. He's showing that he can play football, man. I'm sorry.
He's a good player,
Showing
man.
he can play football.
When he settled in,
I keep saying
good.
I'm sorry because, dude, I was not on his side for the really quick until they started him again. When they restarted him, there was this different kind of like, I'm here too. Like, I don't need y'all's validation. I'm here. And I'm seeing the same type of ball from him. It's great.
All right. We'll see. Brandon, is this a Bryce moment? Is this a Bryce moment or a Baker moment today?
This is a Baker moment to me, man. He's playing his old ball coach.
I like that.
I feel like Baker's just got this chip on his shoulder, along with BY. BY's been playing really well. But I just think, man, last week was a heartbreaker, even though they shouldn't have lost that game. I think they come in with just firepower. Having Mike Evans back, getting some other guys back. Hopefully this will work out for him. But I got Tampa in this one.
I'm going to look something up right now because I think I saw something earlier today, and I am correct. And I'm going to stay with this for the duration of the day of Sunday, is that Baker Mayfield will put on a show today. The Panthers will put on a show today, or the Bucs will put on a show today in Carolina, because Baker Mayfield has yet to lose to the Carolina Panthers, and it certainly won't be today with a division title on the line. They will put it to bed today. It is a hat and T-shirt game for the Buccaneers. Let's get it done. Matey, Baker Mayfield. Let's go. Don't ask me why I did that. That was just fun. All right, the 10-4 Jacksonville Jaguars travel to the 12-2 Denver Broncos. Lo, I come to you first because you have been on the Broncos bandwagon since preseason. You've been Bo Nix this and Bo Nix that. But Trevor Lawrence is risen up this year, and he's starting to become the quarterback that some people probably thought he was going to be. I don't know. I'm still not a fan personally, but this is a game for two young quarterbacks today in Denver. What do you see going on today? Who's going to put their stamp on this season today between these two guys?
Man, this one's a tough one because there's so many things I'm left and right. Fantasy-wise, by the way, sit Trevor. He was one of my sit-ems today because this Broncos defense is greedy. They're out there. They know what they're doing behind Bo Nix, and this is a test for your quarterback, Trevor. I got Trevor Lawrence, so coming off the best game in technically like NFL history stat-wise. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to backdoor that with something. So 3 TDs, over 200. Does that win him the game? That's what I get. And I don't know if you can do that against Denver. I don't know if that's sustainable. Now, if Bo Nix decides to turn it over and it turns out into this like sloppy shootout, well, then we have a different story on our hands. So it's a tough one. I'll be tuning in. I like Bo Nix, though, in this, man. The Denver Broncos, they find ways to win. I don't like it because we're gonna have to. I think the Patriots got to see them. I think a lot of roads lead through possibly Denver this year. So, yeah.
Brandon, is Jacksonville for real, or are they pretenders? And we learned that today in Denver.
Well, we're definitely going to find out. I mean, Trevor is actually on a heater. He's got 9 touchdowns to no picks in the month of December. But this is the biggest test for him. This is the biggest test. They're going up against a really good defense, probably the number 1 defense in the league. They're very stingy. They're playing at home. The altitude will play an effect, and I think the Broncos will walk away with this one.
Okay. I'm with you. I think that this Bronco defense is one of the best in the league. I think Trevor is brought back down to earth today in Colorado, and the Broncos at 12-2, I think, are as good as what their record says they are. I think they are the better team. They'll get a big one today. This one's interesting. As a Bears fan, I need Aaron Rodgers to do something for us. He's never really done anything for us, but today I need him to do something. I shouldn't say us. He needs to do something for the Chicago Bears, and that is go into Detroit in the dome. It's nice and comfy. He doesn't have to worry about cold weather and his bones aching and hurting, and he needs to go in there one last time, his last visit ever to Detroit, and beat the Lions. Can he do it? We can't hear.
Sorry. Of course he can do it. Of course he can do it. It's a chill game. He gets to come in, and I just don't know if the Steelers can do it. I don't know if they can keep up. They can't keep up with Aaron Rodgers. We've seen that this year multiple times. When he's trying to do Aaron Rodgers things, everyone just kind of seems like, wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? So I think it's a shootout. I think they have some fun. I think DK gets his looks, gets his targets. But I think the Lions run away with this and cause some chatter on that side when it comes to the NFC playoff. I think the Lions win this one.
Okay, you got the Lions today, Brandon. Who are you rocking with today? Lions host the Steelers.
I'm definitely rocking with the Lions. I mean, right now they're 19th in the rush. Steelers defense at 27th in the pass. That's an offensive juggernaut if they start hitting on all cylinders. And so coming off of a good game, I think Goff continues that trend. It's not a painful loss for the Steelers. So the Lions got more to lose here.
Yeah, man.
It's interesting.
I think
they got more to lose here.
3 touchdowns every other game.
And they're indoors. They might blow the doors off the Steelers.
At this point of the year, these games are about motivation. Now, the Steelers need this game to stay atop their division in the AFC North. Who's going to be watching this game very closely will be the Ravens. The Lions need this game just to stay in the hunt. Right now, they're on the bubble of the playoffs in total, so they need some help. So they need to win, where the Steelers need to win. And so I feel like the desperation side may be a little bit more so on the Lions. To your point, it's indoors, at home. Gibbs has been going crazy. So this Lions team probably going to go ahead and get the win. Okay.
That means the Steelers are going to win today.
Oh, boy. There we go. All right. Speaking of this, the Ravens at 7-7 really need a win today, especially if the Steelers drop one. They can get right back in this thing and get back in the playoff hunt. But they are going to host a very, very difficult team in town, and that is the New England Patriots. Drake May is coming to town to put the Ravens to sleep. Lo will come to you last. Brandon, do the Ravens go to sleep tonight or today, I should say?
Yes, they do. They go to sleep. Coming off of an L, the Patriots, they're. I know Vrabel's got those boys locked in. I think they kick the doors down today. You got a not so healthy Lamar Jackson. If Lamar is just fully healthy, I'd say they're probably gonna win, but I think they put the nail in the coffin today.
The nail in the coffin today.
Yeah,
That's
Patriots gonna win this. They're gonna get back to winning ways.
Okay.
Sad to say,
I'm going to say the Ravens today before I get to you, Lo, because it's your team. It's your team. So we're going to have to let you close shop on this. But the Ravens and the Patriots today, the Ravens are desperate. They need a win. If the Steelers lose, the Ravens win. They're back in this thing. It's December is a month of motivation. I think it's Christmas time. I think the Patriots give the Ravens an early Christmas gift today, and the Ravens are going to pull out a win and send Patriots fans reeling into what comes next.
Ooh.
What say you, Lo?
I appreciate you giving some type of opposition to what I'm about to say, but no, let's stop. The Ravens, they're going to sleep. It sucks. I didn't want to see Lamar Jackson and the Ravens like spiraling out. But this is one of the things you didn't want to run into right now with what you have going on. You're trying to, like you said, stay competitive. You're trying to stay in the hunt. Steelers are kind of like pulling away, and you're hyping up a Burrow team versus the Ravens. Everything's out of whack over there. I think they try to run the ball very well, and that doesn't work against us typically. Vrabel's going to have them prepared, and we just lost. That feeling is old. I don't think we've had that since like week 3. So, yeah. It's not. I don't think it's going to be pleasant. We're going to be flying around. It's up the street. It's not like it's an away game. It's right up the way. Stadium probably might even be split. Ravens don't have that push right now. We better take care of business. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Last thing we want to do is start some freaking chatter of what ifs, and this could be one of those games that causes a lot of what if moments. So let's just dead all that. Like you said, kind of put the Ravens to bed. And we'll move on to the week after. So
okay,
get it done.
I like everything you just said there, because you verified my thinking is that if you do lose today, question marks are going to be popping up all over the place, including inside that locker room, which gives the Bills a leg up, and we know it is the year of the Bill. So we do not want to see a repeat of Super Bowl 20 with the Bears versus the Patriots. We've seen that game, but Bears versus Bills, we've never seen that game. Let's have that game. Everybody's on board, right? We all agree?
No, Bears. First round exit.
Niners.
Bears. First round exit.
All right. Last big game of the weekend, and then we kind of skipped over the fantasy picks with 30 minutes left before kickoff. We got to get back to that so people that depend on you can use your genius information to go make their picks for the day, because it's playoffs in fantasy. San Francisco at 10-4, and in a big game because they're trying to capture – right, a 2 seed, or 1 seed even maybe. They're going to the Dome to take on Old Man Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts. We got to go to Brandon last because it's his team. So, Lo, I'll go to you first. Is this a game where the Colts stay alive in the playoff hunt, or the 49ers say they just kind of put the horse down, so to speak?
No, this would be different. Knew he wouldn't be so chill right now if Daniel Jones maybe was still playing and they were on a tear, but they're about to put him to sleep. This is almost the same situation as the Patriots and Ravens. Things haven't gone how these teams wanted to go, and the Colts are fighting to try to make something. But even if they get to the playoffs, let's be real, what are they going to do now? They're a dismantled team. Like all that starts to sink in when a 10-4 team like San Francisco comes in, who's done this before, been here before. They're going to do what they need to do. Sorry, man, I can't give you any fight on this one. The 49ers go in and handle business.
All right. Well, again, as we learned from the great Mark Clayton, who was on our show in the past, friend of the show, this December is a month of motivation. The Colts lose today, and it's probably done for them. They're over with, regardless of what happens up in Jacksonville. The Colts need to win today. Phillip Rivers is at home today. Phillip Rivers gets to play in front of the Colts crowd for the first time, because when he played there, it was COVID, so there was no crowd. This is a day that we will talk about 20 years from now, because Phillip Rivers is going to get a win in Indianapolis and help out the Bear and help out Seattle and help out LA and give the 49ers just a little bit of doubt going into the next Sunday night's game when they have to play the Bear. So I look for the 49ers to go down today in the game. They should win, but motivation, Phillip Rivers at home in front of a crowd. Colts are going to get a big win today.
You know what? Real quick, Nuhi. I'm sorry, man. I'm sold. I think Rivers has a day.
Oh my goodness,
Rivers has a day. And then there is some spoiler because Seattle did just win. Like,
yes,
you kind of got to. Y'all needed to. I don't know, man. Do y'all get nervous going into Lucas Oil? I don't know. I like it. I like it.
What happens on Monday?
Hey, it's blowing.
Strange things happen on Monday Night Football. You never.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. Sorry, Nuhi. Yeah.
I absolutely love this. Right.
Yeah.
You guys are getting hype. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. Well, here we are. We sit at 10-4 and control our destiny. If that's not motivating enough, I don't know what is. By the Seahawks winning on Thursday night, this puts us really ahead. 3 games left. It goes through Levi. This is the perfect setup. You're facing old man Rivers. We have a young, talented defense who is doing surprisingly well despite losing 2 of their best players. You have Brock Purdy, who's dugging all the time, putting the slime for the first down. He's getting his swag back. CMC's getting his swag back. Jennings is healthy. We're going to blow the doors off of them.
Oh.
Stamp it.
Optimism.
Stamp it, and we'll see
Phillip
you on
Rivers
Tuesday.
Stamp
it. Stamp it. You guys are delusional,
my
bro.
son, Brock Purdy. He might go
He
through
might. Hey, Flip's a bad boy. I love Flip, but here's the thing. Here's the reality. Reality's gonna set in, and he's gonna be like, "Shit, I should have set my ass back on this couch. This hurts." Right? Salah's gonna do a bunch of different type of blitzes on him, different complex things. We'll see. The thing about it is can we stop Jonathan Taylor? That's who I'm worried about more than anybody.
Okay.
Let's just state that. If that guy starts going off, we're screwed.
He's now had 1 week of data to pick up the game speed.
I honestly think we win by 10 here. We win by 10 here. We need to get this win. We need to get this win because this is actually probably the best atmosphere we're going to be in as far as just weather, just controlling it. Like, hey, this is a dome matchup. We're pretty good statistically overall in dome games in the Shanahan era. I think we've only lost 2. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere on Monday, but hopefully Brock doesn't try to do too much, really just settles in, play within himself, play within the offense. You see him.
When's the last time he was here? When's the last time he was here?
I don't think he's ever – he played Indy last year. I think he played Indy last year and we lost.
But not in Indy.
No, it was with the Niner. It was at Levi.
Yeah,
but I just think, man, we control our own destiny, man.
Last time he's been in that stadium, the NFL said you're the last pick of the draft.
Oh,
hey, man. Hey, if that ain't some motivation, if that's not some
the 49ers like this, the day starts. The Seahawks are at the 1 seed. The Rams are in the 5, and the 49ers are in the 6. Now, both obviously the Seahawks and Rams have already played. The 49ers win today, and they go to 11 wins. Meanwhile, the Rams are sitting at 11 wins, and the Seahawks at 12. Do you play the Rams again this year?
No, we split with the Rams. We play the Seahawks. The Seahawks, the last game, we break out the new unis. Now,
that's going to be the game.
Seattle unis were fire. Wait till you see these.
Wow! So you have to beat the Colts in Indy, the Chicago Bears.
At Levi,
and you have to go to Seattle and beat
Seattle.
We
beat Seattle first home in Seattle. Okay. So both games will go to Levi, which I said we're not leaving Levi. Understand?
That's why he's saying they control.
We're not leaving Levi.
Wow.
All right, let's stay at the crib through the entire playoffs. And by the way,
Phillip Rivers wins 24-21 today. 24-21. Phillip takes it.
Oh my gosh!
This game. Oh, I can't wait for Monday night.
Monday night games.
Excited about Monday night games, but I'm pretty excited about this one.
Monday night too.
It's a Monday night.
I didn't tell you so.
All right, let's do fantasy real quick. Low, sit them and start them. Who you got today?
Yeah, man, let's make this quick. My stardom is going to be your man, Jacoby Brissett. and start him if you're in the playoffs. He's pure volume right now. He finished top 12 quarterback last 9 of his starts, all of them. Even last week when I told you to sit him against the Houston Texans, which is why he's getting his start, he still put up top 10 QB numbers against them. So yeah, he got the Falcons today inside, should be crystal clear. Start Jacoby. And then my one honorable mention just for me is going to be Justin Herbert at the Cowboys. Tim, you'll like that one. He should go off because of all things Cowboys at this point. So yeah, Justin Herbert has a day. Those are my two. Nuhi, what you got for us? Give me a starter.
For me, I got Jared Goff. I mean, he's been on a heater the last 3 games, averaging over 25 points. He just put up 34 points together with the Rams despite the loss. But I think he continues that. He's in the Dome against Pittsburgh, which their pass defense isn't very well. So I'm definitely going to go with that one. And my next one, I'm going to go with – you guys are probably going to be like, what in the world are you doing? I'm going to go with my man from the Saints, the quarterback from the Saints.
Tyler Show.
He's low-key averaged 22 points a game since he stepped in. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Now you're going against the Jets. They have no playoff hopes or motivation. Could be a big day in the Dome.
They've been comparing him to Josh Allen on some of these shows I've been watching.
Maybe Drew Brees.
That's
good, man.
Wow.
He might be the best quarterback in his class right now, just from this season.
I got a sleeper for y'all, which is going to take us right into our new section for today, which is spoiler alert, because some of these teams can play spoiler today. I'm going to say Dak Prescott, because this game means nothing. It's at noon. It's kind of an early game for the Chargers, and this type of game where Dak will go off. He just will, and make everyone think, oh, yeah, he is an elite quarterback and deserves all that money. So I look for Dak to have a game today stat-wise, and I look for the Cowboys to be a possible spoiler to the LA Chargers today as they come to town. Do either of you see a possible spoiler with the Chargers here in Dallas today? Lo, you go first because you said Justin Herbert going to have a huge day.
No, yeah, Herbert's going to have a day. They're going to win pretty soundly. They're defeated in Dallas. They can act like they're not, and there's always a hope. But you're right, Dak might try to. I think he learned recently, like, don't overdo it. So yeah, he might have some touchdowns. He doesn't turn the ball over, but if you don't throw any touchdowns, then you're not taking chances, So that's what I'm seeing from Dak lately. The protection, the safety era. He's like Brinks. He just brings the money and takes the money. That's it. He doesn't really. I just bring the fans here. I'm not here to win football games. So nah, man, they lose today. I don't see no spoiler coming out of that. They lose.
I think we have somebody that dislikes Dak more than me. Brandon, any spoiler today in Dallas?
No spoiler. I think this is motivated for the Chargers to step up. They got to get this win. They got to secure it. If they win today, they'll be second in the division, even though the Broncos are going to win it potentially. But it's bad when AT&T Stadium, their tickets are only low as $26.
I look for
this is a wash.
Them to spoil the day for the Chargers. Let's
spoil
go.
The day.
Early Christmas gift for all Cowboy fans. And they play on Christmas Day too. All right, here's another one. Lo, you're going to love this. I looked at all the games and who could spoil who, and this is a team that could do spoiler for the Buffalo Bills because we never really know what we're going to get out of Buffalo. The Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders. Can they spoil the day for the Buffalo Bills in Cleveland this afternoon? Brandon, let's go to you first.
No,
because Lowe's got his hater glasses on.
No,
so we know what he's going to say.
Josh Allen's going to do what Josh Allen does, and they're going to win, and they're more motivated than Cleveland, and it's going to be a shit show, and then we're going to talk about what happened with the game with Shedeur the next week, and on and on and on. That's
okay. It. All right. I wonder who in that building is sabotaging Shedeur this morning. Okay,
yeah,
Lord.
Which guys?
Right. Go ahead.
He's
what
gonna
do we
check
got?
his wristbands. He's checking his wristbands twice. Okay, he's gonna put on
find
the
out
watch.
who's naughty and
it's
nice.
still the Shedeur show. It's his season.
Shedeur
That's what they want people to do. They want people to follow Shedeur. I'm tuning in. He's gonna give the Bills a run for his money today. He plays well behind a defense that is motivated. He's got to get these sacks. Why not break the record on Josh? Right? He needs to get all the defense in the Cleveland Browns is still trying to do their thing because they got a rep to maintain. And Shedeur Sanders follows right behind it on the cake, tries to lead them. I don't know, man. If this comes down to the late great, I don't mind talking about how Josh Allen had to do a Josh Allen type Brady moment drive to beat Shedeur. Go toe-to-toe with him. Show up today. It's another opportunity. There is motivation within Shedeur. I think he motivates an unmotivated Browns team and tries to pull out the win. It's kind of hard for me to sit here and say the Bills are going to lose to the Browns, but that's the best I can do, man. Shedeur is going to show up today. He's going to show up like he has been. He's showing up for work.
Shedeur will show up. Shedeur will be there. He'll be in number 12. He'll have a Browns helmet on. He'll do all that. But the Bills need for themselves to show up and show out today. I feel like they need to. The playoffs are around the corner. This is when you polish, you get playoff ready. You're going to have to travel in the playoffs now because you didn't handle business earlier in the year. So this is a game that the Bills, no spoiler, they go into Cleveland. They love the cold weather. Hopefully it snows because nobody plays better in the snow than the Terminator, Josh Allen, who's going to have a huge day today. And, no spoiler today for the Browns.
Sorry, Miles. You hear that, Miles? Miles?
Spoiler.
Go get
all
it.
Right.
You'll have a huge day. Yeah, right.
That's right. Huge day. I do think it's one sack, right? It's one sack Miles needs to break the record today. Oh, my goodness. Let's do it. I mean, I'm always here to watch history, so let's do it. Here we go. We got another new category today, and I think we've got a little logo, a little graphic for this. But we've got some toilet bowls on deck this afternoon. So if you're into toilet bowls, please be sure to check into these games.
Wow.
First up is Kansas City plays without Mahomes as they travel to Tennessee. Now, Gardner Minshew's the quarterback. Could be interesting, but this is a toilet bowl. I'll come to you, Brandon. Who do you have? Tennessee, your team. Cam Ward is going to host Kansas City without Patrick Mahomes.
You know, Titans haven't been playing. They actually been playing well last two games. I think they can pull this one off.
Oh,
it's at home. Good atmosphere. KC really has nothing to play for. It's a backup quarterback. You know, I don't know if they're tucking their tails. Obviously, Chiefs are going to fight, but I feel like this is a good opportunity for Cam Ward and those Titans to at least get a win at home. They haven't had one in a long time, and so this could be the right opportunity for them.
All right, there we go. I like it. Lo, what do you have, man? What do you have there?
Toilet bowl. Man. This is where it's a good toilet bowl. This is where Minshew's magic happens in the toilet bowls. This is where he does his thing, gets his Sports Center time, proves that he's a good backup. I think last week he was upset. He had a chance to kind of drive down, possibly get some points, possibly ended everything. You're going to see Minshew as a serviceable backup today. You're going to see some magic plays. I love the way he plays the game. And you're going to see Cam Ward a little upset, like, damn, bro, I can't get one. Like, you're not going to let me at least get one? Because I think Cam's not really chasing a play right now. He knows that he's seen the level of the NFL, knows what he needs to change. I think he wants to win. I think he's chasing these games to try to win. And he's learning wins are hard to come by in the NFL, no matter what team you're playing and what quarterback you're playing either. So, yeah, Minshew magic today.
I do think this is going to be a little bit of pride on the line. There's been chatter out of Kansas City about whether or not Andy Reid needs to stay on as head coach. I think that chatter is ridiculous. Of course he needs to stay on as the head coach. But this is a game of pride. How much pride did the Kansas City Chiefs have? Because for the first time in we don't even know how many years, they're knocked out of the playoffs, right? There's nothing on the line for them. It's about pride. I think they have a lot of pride. And I do think Gardner Minshew is a very serviceable backup. I think they go in and get a big win today in Tennessee. The 4-10 Bengals with Joe Burrow, who seems like he doesn't even want to be there in their football in general, is going to take on the 6-9 Miami Dolphins. Of course, this is a toilet bowl. It is also the beginning of the Quinn Ewers era in Miami. Lo, let's go to you first. What do we see out of Quinn Ewers today? Is he an NFL franchise quarterback? Does he take down Joe Burrow and the Bengals?
Yo, okay. All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna keep it short too, because I talk a lot of Bengals with some peers of mine, or a lot of Dolphins with some peers of mine. Okay, so Quinn Ewers' era it's not an era. Let's not call it that. I'm afraid that they're going to judge him on whether or not he will be a franchise. They just want to see here if they landed a decent pick, they can develop. He's going to get a full thing of reps, like a full week, starter reps, all the film, all the priority to see what he can actually do. I don't think it's fair to judge him on it. But from what we're seeing from Tua, yeah, you got to take a look. You got to understand there's almost $100 million in dead cap next year. Tua is still going to be a Dolphin next year. No one's going to take that on. He's got one more year unless you cut that. But hey, let's look to see if this is the guy of the future. And then if we have to pay him, we can worry about that anyway. But I don't like it. You're not going to get the answers. You're not going to get the answers you want.
Not going to get the answers.
But you're not going to get the answers. We know what's going to happen, man. Come on. We know what's going to happen today.
Brandon, you got a chance to see Quinn Ewers play live last year. I was there with you. I was underwhelmed with what I saw live and in person. I don't know how today's going to go, but before I get there, let's get to you. How do you see going for it today for Quinn? And do the Joe Burrow Bengals have any pride left going in the road into Miami?
Well, based on Joe Burrow's previous freaking interview, probably not, right? But I think this is a good opportunity for Quinn Ewers. I like the offensive fit from a schematic standpoint. Just that quick, get it in and out. That's kind of his bread and butter. He's not a guy that can just throw the ball deep all the time, even though he has a strong arm. But I agree with you, Lo. I don't think this does anything. I mean, with $100 million dead cap, do they get rid of Tua? Do they pull the Russell Wilson situation, have to eat that cap? I mean, no, I just think they're just trying to keep their franchise quarterback healthy and see what the other guy can do. I mean, I don't think there's too much to it. But I do think Quinn can be serviceable if they stay in this quick game.
Well, as a Texas fan, I hope that Quinn does well. I will say, I want to point out, this was his first week of first-team reps in practice. Kind of like another rookie that got to play this year with 1 week of first-team reps. So I'm just throwing that out there. Also, 1 week of
just throwing low-key slugs, isn't he?
I don't think it's a slug. That's a valid. It's a valid point.
I'm just pointing it out.
It's a valid point. Yeah, and it's valid. It's valid. Which is why I said I like. Only thing I want to see is that's all you're getting. You get to see a quarterback that gets first team reps.
Now, he does get to play against a very poor Bengals defense, so that should be helpful. And you are at home in Miami where the coach is trying to save his job, I think. So we'll see. We'll see what. It's funny they skipped over Zach Wilson, right? Though, like you didn't even give Zach Wilson a chance.
Well, they know what Zach can do.
All right, so maybe this
who Zach Wilson is. They don't really know who Quinn is in an NFL.
So let's poise this. Offense. This isn't to find out if Quinn Ewers is the franchise. This is to find out if we keep Quinn Ewers in the offseason. That's what this is. Like, is Quinn going to be on our team next year?
Into him. Yeah, if you put a little bit more, is he a good investment? That's all. Is he a good investment?
What is all right. I like it. Because Tua is probably out the door, making room for Mac Jones to come back into the AFC East.
As soon as they can.
Yeah, as soon as they can do it, right? All right. Here's the last toilet bowl of the day. Although, Lo and Nui, you both told me this is going to be a high-scoring affair. The 5-9 Atlanta Falcons, with the old man Kirk Cousins, travel to the 3-11 Arizona Cardinals. This game means nothing to nobody. Nobody really cares to watch this game unless you're a fan of one of these two teams. But Brissett has been on fire. Lo, you said to start him in fantasy. So a toilet bowl, but could be fireworks, yes, according to you?
Yeah, I agree. He said some stuff. He went off over 600. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go to the bets after this one and think about it. Look on Prize Picks just to see what the total, right? The combos, passing yards for both. Now, you're looking in the upwards. If you told me 700, I could definitely see a way that could be possible. 700 yards between the two of them is not unfeasible. Like, Jacoby's throwing the ball. Wow. Kirk is back and he's just lighting it up. So, yeah, I think this game is going to be cool. Lots of red zone touchdowns come. Big time fantasy implications. I have a few of these guys, so I'm gonna tune in for sure. I think the scoreboard gets lit up.
Yeah, it could get lit up, and especially Kirk coming off that 350+ game against the Bengals. One thing I've noticed about Kirk Cousins through this entire career, for every good game, there's a bad game, and there's going to be a stinker. And I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to get their 4th win of the season.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to watch this game. I don't care about this game. But, maybe you guys are right. I haven't been paying too much attention to either team, but you could be right. That might be where it goes. Last piece of this we're going to talk about is the playoffs, right? All we're going to really do here, because kickoff's starting in about 5 minutes, we're going to break down who's who and who's where and who needs to do what. The Broncos sit atop at the number 1 seed right now, so obviously they need to continue to win because right behind them is the Patriots. So the Patriots also need to get a big win. Jacksonville at 3, Steelers at 4. They could They couldn't really move up today, but they can stay in their spot, or they could drop dramatically should they lose. The Chargers, they need to win. They're at 10-4. They need to win to keep that. Well, not really. They don't need to win. That's the thing. They could lose today and still win or still come in second in that division and get that wild card and stay at the 5th seed. The Bills, though, at 10-4, they desperately need a win today because they are going to be in number 2 in that division behind the Patriots, right? And so really the Chargers and the Bills, let me back up, both need to win. They're both trying to stay in this thing because on the bubble, you've got the Colts and the Ravens, and then you've got the Texans, right, at 9-5 that can really put everything to bed today should they get a win. So lots happening in the AFC. Here's the NFC. We're just giving you a very broad picture of this again. The Seahawks sit atop at the 1 seed. The Bears climb out of the basement up to the 2 seed. The Eagles sit atop with the 3 seed from the NFC least. Yep, I called it NFC least, worst division in football. The Rams the Buccaneers, at the 4 seed. We have the Rams coming in at the 5 seed. The 49ers right now are at the 6th seed. That could change tomorrow based on what happens today. And then the Packers holding on for dear life at the 7 seed. The Lions right there, they can get a win today. And, of course, the Panthers could beat the Buccaneers this afternoon, and that could change that dynamic. So a lot to play at today. Are you guys really I just want to know your sentiments before we go and say goodbye. Lauren, how do you feel about today? Is it kind of a playoff feel to you? Are you really excited to see some of these teams go in?
Yeah. This is it. This writes a clearer picture. You're looking at guys at this point that are like a loss somewhere else could clinch it for you. This is it. So they're scoreboard watching all the games. Will have everything up and seeing who's what, who's where. Don't be shocked if you see someone get pulled in the 4th. Why? Oh, because someone just won. So now they might, let's just coast. This is where the scheme starts. But football is going to be played, and it is going to be reckless today. They're getting in. Teams want to get in. This is it.
Yeah.
Brandon, your team doesn't play tomorrow night. So how are you settling in today? Are you going to keep a watchful eye, especially in the NFC?
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping the watchful eye. I think it's a lot of, playoffs type of games, especially when you look at Detroit and Pittsburgh. I mean, if Detroit loses, they got a 6% chance of making the playoffs. So this is their playoff game, right? And so you look at some of these other ones, Buffalo, they're not do they need to win? Yes, but not really. They're still going to be in the playoffs. Los Angeles, kind of the same factor. If you go into the New England-Baltimore game, that is a playoff game. That's a playoff game, right? So those 2 games right there are playoff games. I even go to the Monday night game. Indy, they have to win. If they don't win, they got a 4% chance of making it. That's another playoff game. That's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Phillip Rivers, his first time back in Lucas Oil Stadium with all the fans. That is going to be a playoff-like atmosphere. So I'm really, really zoning in on 4 games. I forgot the Tampa, Carolina. That is a playoff game. So these 4 games to me it's like do or die. That's how I look at it.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's crazy. 7-7 teams are playing.
And they're all in the
to win that division. Oh, my gosh. The NFC South needs some work. Maybe I was wrong. The NFC South might be the worst division in football. Hey, we want to thank allaccessfootball.com and, of course, FanStream Sports, as we are part of the family now. We're happy to be seeing everyone out there in the stratosphere. It's just about kickoff, so we're going to let you all go. But keep in mind, we are back again Tuesday at 11:30 for our wrap-up of everything that we're going to see here today. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't subscribed on our YouTube channel, do that so you can be alerted. But we'll be live again Tuesday morning at 11:30 Central Time. So make sure you tune in because we're going to have a lot to talk about and a lot to digest from what happens today. Lo, Brandon, any final words before we say goodbye to the folks and let them get to the couch?
Go Niners.
Play today. Lo, anything?
Yeah, man, enjoy the games. This is what it's about right now. Playoffs. This is pretty much to get the playoffs. It's not about getting there. Or it's not about like winning. You might not win. You could lose. It's about winning in the playoffs. And if you don't get there, you don't get that chance.
Right.
Do it today.
Well, go to the cupboard, get your snacks, go to the fridge, get your drinks, get your butts on the couch.
Here we go.
Watch the day of football. There's a lot on the line until Tuesday morning around 11:30. We'll see you live then. And until then, keep those chains moving, folks. We'll see you.
See you.